And so we are going to share it later, so you can guys get access to it and then like go through it later. Sometimes you may take a screenshot because you just want like to share it with others later. And if you have any question, you may want like to raise your hand. But since, for example, I am like right now in the sharing a screen mode and I'm like sharing my like the whole screen, I may not see that you raise your hand, right? So sometimes you may want like just to unmute and ask a question or ask something in the chat, and I or other moderators may answer your questions. I think it's not working. Okay, I have to. Perfect. So this is just the basic program that we're trying to help students, like the high school students, like to understand programming. So we are going like to make them a little bit more ready when they want like to enter like a program, like a particular program, and they want like to follow a particular major, and you can like use this programming in your field. So even, for example, you may think that, okay, so I'm going to study psychology. But that doesn't matter, because even if you're studying psychology, right, and maybe you want like to analyze like a lot of data, right? So if you know like programming, you can use it as a as your advantage, and then get some insight from the data, right? So you are the one who should decide whether you need to like using programming for a specific task or not. And most of the time, you should probably find a way like to use programming to like increase your insight into a problem or take some advantage. So we're going to have like a quick Zoom poll just to know like who you are and what you're doing. So Pooja, are you going like to? Okay, perfect.
It should be launched now.
Okay. Almost there. Okay, so we have like 71%. I think that's it, right? So I think that most people like participated, and you can see like you are like distributed like uniformly, like most of like you guys are grade 12 or 11 or 10. This is just this is just a simple like a way to show like the power of programming, right? So if you know programming, you can just basically do this, do something like that like later, right? So for example, if you like to create something like that, like app later, so you need like the knowledge of programming. I know that we are not going like to cover this probably in this like series of sessions, but this is just to show you like there are a lot of ways that you can use programming to create new things. And we have people from Edmonton, British Columbia, and Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Okay, then I didn't know that. And let's see here. I want to pursue a degree in STEM. I want to learn more about STEM. Okay. So if you want to learn more about STEM, you can ask us in the breakout time, or you can chat with us in Discord. So I think that all of you guys should have access to Discord. If you don't have, just let us know in the chat. Okay, perfect. So I'm going just to close it. And so this is Rajpreet Gill. This is the president of the Ignite. So I'm going just to play the video and see what she's going to say.
I think you might have to share the audio while you share your screen.
Oh, okay. Do you know how should I share the audio, by the way?
I think it should be at the top of the Zoom. It should have share computer audio as well as one of the options, I think.
Let me see. This is weird because I have the share sound, so maybe you guys can hear it now.
For beginner
Can you
to
hear it?
Schulich Ignite.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to have all of you here. My name is Rajpreet and I am the current president at Schulich Ignite. So Ignite is actually a club at the University of Calgary that aims to ignite a passion for programming, for coding in high school students and youth in general. So we actually offer beginner and advanced sessions. So in the beginner sessions, you can expect to learn a lot about the fundamentals of the programming language Python. And as part of the advanced sessions, the focus of these sessions is to teach you about object-oriented programming and what it is and how it's implemented. And so for the advanced sessions, we do ask that you have basic knowledge of programming and prior coding experience. And as well, the time span of this program is 8 weeks. And by participating in this program, our aim at Schulich Ignite is to be able to help and for you to be able to design and build a coding project at the end. So we do have a lot of projects from previous students featured on our Instagram page, so feel free to check those out to get some idea on what these can look like. And you will also be paired with a mentor, so you can expect to work with your mentor as well as other students in your group during the work sessions that we would have implemented in our workshops, which will be a chance for you to practice some of the concepts that you would have learned in the lecture. So you can expect mentors to be undergraduate or graduate students in different study fields. So this includes, but is not limited to engineering, computer science, and or other majors. And some mentors might actually be on an internship. So what that means is they might actually be doing their work experience term. And so it's a really great chance for you to network with these individuals to gain insight regarding the tech world, computer science, engineering, and anything really you'd like to know more about and inquire about. So it's a great opportunity for you to start building your network as well. An exciting event that I want all of you to look forward to is the Schulich Ignite Gala event. So this is an event where you will have a chance to present your project to your mentors, other students, your guests, and your industry speakers as well. So we do invite industry speakers. In the past, we have had speakers come in from Google, AMD, Bell, Cisco, and other exciting tech companies as well. So you can get a great insight on how it is to be working in the tech field and what's it's like, and especially as a software developer, if you're interested in that, and as well as other occupations in tech as well. So throughout the 8-week sessions, there will also be additional opportunities and events that you can attend. These will be arranged by your executive team here at Schulich Ignite. And I highly encourage you to attend these events to take full advantage of this opportunity, as it can really allow you to gain invaluable information and skills as well. So I really want all of you to benefit from this program as much as you can. And one way you can do that is to be by being proactive and participating in all the sessions as well as additional events we will have throughout the term. And with that, I hope you are all able to learn a lot and are able to develop your problem solving skills as well. All right, and with that, I do wish you all the best with your experience at Schulich Ignite, and I hope that you are able to make the most out of this great opportunity. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any one of us, your mentors and or the Schulich Ignite exec team. We are all here to help you out and to ensure your Ignite experience is incredible. I'd also like to thank our mentors, Ignite exec team, sponsors, Dr. MOSHIRPOUR and Dr. Bejit for all the amazing work that they do and for being involved at Schulich Ignite and for making it possible for us to have these sessions. And thank you to all of you, our mentees and students, for being involved with Ignite. I hope you all have a great first session at Ignite, and I look forward to connecting with all of you throughout the 8-week sessions. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, guys. So back to our slides. So I'm just saying that if you have like any questions about like the university, about even any university or any program, like at least you can just ask us, right? Maybe we have some information that can help you, right? So don't think of like this program as just teaching you like programming. You can ask us like how you should think about like problem solving, or how you should apply for the university, or like what kind of like major like you think you should follow. And any other questions that you think that you want like to get help with. So just feel free to ask questions. So now we want just to talk about like what is in software engineering and its benefit, right? So in a nutshell, software engineering is just about automating things. So for example, let's say you want like to do something, right? You want to, let's say you want to have a phone book, right? And you want like to find some sort of like numbers that start with like the digit number 5 or 587, right? So one way is just to go it like to do it like yourself. The other way is just to make it like automatic. So you write a program and we call it like software. The software is going to do it for you. So this is just just a short like description of the software engineering, and you can use it in many fields, right? So even for like personal tasks, right? Let's say, for example, you want to go to the website and like register for a particular event, but the registration is not open, right? So one way to do this is to write a program that can check out the website and then, for example, send a notification to you whenever the registration is open. Then you know that, okay, so you're going like to go and like do the like registering that event. So you know that you're not going to miss that. So this is just one way to think about like how you can get benefit from software engineering in your day-to-day life. So Dr. Mohammad MOSHIRPOUR is one of like the professor of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at the UFC, and his work is around software engineering and working on softwares. So I'm going just to share the video with you guys so you can see what he's going to say.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Schulich Ignite. My name is Mohammad MOSHIRPOUR. I'm a professor of software engineering at the Schulich School of... Hello, everybody. Welcome to Schulich Ignite. My name is Mohammad MOSHIRPOUR. I'm a professor of software engineering at the Schulich School of Engineering. This program aims to teach programming to high school and university students. We have a mentorship-based model that really works. It allows our engineering students to work with you on a pretty much individual level to help you progress faster and learn these concepts. Many people have graduated from Schulich Ignite over the years and have been able to do quite well in university and later on because of the skills they learn in this program. This program started by collaboration with Google. The program was called Google Ignite at first, and we rebranded to Schulich Ignite. We were one of 3 universities from Canada that were selected by Google to run this mentorship program in. And we have been very successful thanks to the work of your mentors, our engineering students. Why do you want to learn programming? That is the question that you need to have a good answer for in order to do well in this class. Well, computer programs are everywhere. You can't do anything in life anymore without running some sort of software, from using your smartphone, driving a car, watching entertainment, anything and anything. And if you want to be an engineer, it doesn't matter what type of engineer you want to be, you're going to be working with tons and tons of data. So making sense of this data, automating tasks, you need computers for. And the use cases for software is increasing, meaning that we need more software every day. So it's important for you to learn programming, even if you don't want to be a software engineer, let's say. As a software engineer, you're going to develop software and you're going to make and design software that people use every day. But even if you're not a software engineer, you may want to write simple programs to process some data and help you do certain things and become computer literate. So these workshops are extremely important, and they're sort of your gateway in the world of computing. By the end of this workshop, you're going to have skills that are quite tangible. You're going to understand code and you're going to be able to write code. And it's really going to be the point of takeoff for you, because you can use these skills and accomplish a lot. Think of it this way. Think of it from when you learn the alphabet. When you learn how to read, then the world is your oyster. You go and read whatever you want. And this is the aim of this workshop, to make you computer literate. So you're able to write code, read code, and sort of join millions of people who have these skills and use it to accomplish cool things. So we want to make a deal with you. We are here for you. Thanks to our students, your mentors. They give up their Saturdays or their evenings to be here with you and to teach you how to program. We're going to be here with you and help you through learning these concepts. And if you promise that you join us every week and you put in the time for the next few weeks, we promise that you're going to have the skills to be able to build simple games, simple programs, and then you're going to be able to build on your skills going forward. So thank you again for joining us, and we hope to have an exciting class for you in the next few weeks. Thank you.
Okay, great. So as Dr. MOSHIRPOUR said, so software engineering can help you a lot, like in different fields. And I just want us to make something clear that you shouldn't like think of like this program as just teaching you like how to code, but it is important like to know that you should learn how to think about the problem. So as we go through like the sessions, what I want from you guys is just to think about the problem before you start coding, right? So for example, let's say you want like to write like one page like a story, right? So you're not just going to write something, you want just to think about it, like how you want like to start the story, how you want like to finish the story. So after you understand how to solve a problem or how to see a problem, then you know that you need some like knowledge, you need some sort of information how to implement that. So we are trying to cover actually both of these in our sessions. So after this, we're going to have 8 interactive and fun sessions. So I'm going through the materials. You can ask questions. We will have breakout times. You can talk with the mentors, and you can ask any questions that you may have. So it is important to know that it's just not about like trying just to follow like the exact thing that I teach here, but you should try different things. So it's like for example, when you're a child, you start like walking, right? So you may try climbing up stairs, right? So if I say something and you are curious about a particular problem or a particular like tool, feel free just to Google it, right? So Google Stack Overflow. Like the Stack Overflow is like one of like the very good websites that you can search about your problems and get some information. It may be a little bit intimidating in the beginning because you need to know some sort of maybe a basic knowledge about the programming, but you will get there. So don't worry. And it's all about like learning and also practicing at the same time, because the more you practice, the better you get. And it's not like math that is, okay, I know like 2 + 2 is 4 and I know it forever. Yeah, so you know so you will learn some basics of programming. But as you practice more, you will learn new things. You can enhance your skills. And even, for example, let's say maybe you learn to do something in 10 lines of code, you may learn how to do it in 2 or 3 lines of code, right? So that's improvement. So don't stop learning and try just practicing on a daily basis if you can. If you don't have time, that's okay, but put some time into practicing. It's really important. So this is just an overview of the content. So if you don't know like these things, do not get panicked. We are going like to cover them in the future. This is just to go through like the topic. So if you want like to take some notes, but probably you can just see the video later and just make some sort of like more storage stuff later. So session 1 is going like to be about like the variables, the mouse movement, setup, and the draw. So session 2 is about operators. So operators mean like addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So we call these operators. We have some other operators, but I will talk about that later. And then we talk about like moving objects that you just basically you want just to create a program that each object can move from one side like your screen to the other side, right? Then we have if statement, which is simply just something like if the weather is rainy, I should use umbrella, right? This is just a simple like a statement. So we're talking about that, like how that can help you to write a program. Then we talk about like lists and loops. So loops is a important part of programming, and you will probably use it a lot because it helps you to automate things. So loops means like you through things over and over. So as I said before, we will talk about it in depth later, but just to give you some info about it, it's just about like going through things again and again. So it can help you a lot with automation. And we have functions. So functions basically means like you have a juicer, right? So you put the orange there and you get the orange juice, right? That's the function. You have some input, you get some output. So we will see that how we can use the function to get benefit and to compress and to encapsulate our programs. And it make it like simpler, it make it prettier, and you can use it later again better. So we'll have some bonus topics that we will talk about, like maybe a little bit more advanced things. And at the end, we have like a Kahoot and free time. So we'll talk about that later. But this is just a basic overview of the content for this program. So this is just a website. You can feel free just to check it out. You can see like all the sites and all the information there. And probably you will see some sort of like contact us information there. You can ask questions if you have any further questions. And the website is also here, like who just shared it in chat. So you can just click on it if you want like to check it out right now. But don't worry, you will see this slide later, so you can just click on this link there because it's a hyperlink. So don't worry about it. Okay, so we want to talk about the Ignite points. So this is just maybe an interesting part because you can collect points and you will win prizes, and that's it, right? So there are some sort of like conditions that if you meet them, you will get points. So one of them is consistent attendance. So I mean that if you consistently attend the session, of course you will get benefit because you will learn something new, you can ask questions, but at the same time, you will get some points and can win a prize later. So also you may want like to answer questions, you want to submit like exercises. By the way, if you, for example, submit a project for an exercise, and you think that, hey, I know that there is another exercise similar to this one, or this is a new exercise that I found like on the Google, and I think, for example, it is interesting, and I would like to share it with my mentors, for example, right? Then that can be considered as an extra. So this is also a good way to practice more, but at the same time, getting more points. So we have some sort of like different challenges that you can participate. And you will also earn badges. So I will talk about the last one shortly. So we basically have two categories. So one of them, we call it Pythonic lava, and the other one is bug busters. So Pythonic lava is usually for people who have some sort of experience with coding, but bug busters are for people who have no experience at all. So we try to make sure that you are submitting like your not submitting, but like like having like this competition with others in the same group as like the one who are at your level, because we want just to make sure that you are trying to get better with the people who are at your level, right? So you don't need like to compete with another one who has like let's say, for example, like 1 year of coding experience, right? So you compete with others at your own level, and it gives you like the chance to earn and get like your own prizes. Okay. So you can, so Pooja, can you share the link, by the way, for this one? Perfect. So you guys can click on this. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you guys can click on this spreadsheet. So just to check like which category you are in. You will have like top 3 students award. So it's based on like the point that you got during like the program, right? So after like the 8 sessions, for example, you become like one of the top 3 like participants, you will get $75, $50, and $25 Amazon gift card. So this is just one way just to see that your effort pays off. And we will have also a ticket system, and we have like 3 additional students that can win that. So if you have any questions for those or see how you use them, you can just ask us. Okay. So this is just about like the Ignite spreadsheet, right? So you can go through it, you can track like how many points you have already collected, and you can like read about like the projects and all this stuff there. And Pooja, I think that she already shared the link. Okay, so Max Baker says he cannot click on the spreadsheet. Okay, I don't know why. I'm not going to click it because I'm just trying just to go through the slides. But Pooja, can you take care of it? Okay then. So probably it works. Okay. So Max, don't worry if you it's a problem, and we can take care of it. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, awesome. Okay, and as I said before, so Discord should be like the portal. Should be the portal that you can use for asking questions, right? So if you have like any questions or something like that, you can ask on Discord, or even like technical, I think. But it is better to ask your technical questions the breakout time, because you have something like one-to-one, not one-to-one, but like you have like a session with your member, and they can easily help you with the question, right? Awesome. So this is just for the ticket system for those people who are not in the top 3, right? So if you cannot get to the top 3 spots, you can still win prizes. And this is just basically based on tickets, right? So, but again, it is not like a lottery. So like the more points you collect, the more tickets you will have, so the more chances that you will, well, it's lottery, but it's some sort of a lottery that depends on your effort. So the more effort you put into like practicing, getting points, the more chance you will have to win the prize, right? So you can go through like the examples, like how it works, but basically it means that like every 100 points is 1 ticket, right? So I think that that's like a good way to at least get some sort of like chances in winning a prize. Okay, so this is just trying just to go through like that consistency. If you attend like sessions in a consistent manner, you will get point, right? So it's not just about like the first session. Like if for each session that you attend, you will get 5 points. And that can help you to increase your points for the prize. So this is just a simple example. I think that I believe that actually most of you guys are here to learn programming and not just prize. So I'm going to just to leave it to you guys just to go through it later. But if you have any questions about it, you can ask us. This is just basically a simple example just to show you how a person can get points based on their attendance. Okay, so okay. So this is just about the quick questions that you can answer. Let me ask Pooja, because I'm not sure about this, Pooja. So if they answer the question quickly, are you going to increase their point in the spreadsheet?
So throughout the session, you'll have different Zoom polls pop up when we have questions on our slides. It doesn't matter how fast you answer them, but as long as you get the correct answer, you'll get 10 to 20 points per question. Okay,
that's good. Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you, Pooja. Okay, so as you said, so we're going to probably have a pop-up quiz, and then you can answer those, and as long as it's correct, you will get the points. So we'll also have end of session exercise and weekly challenges, which is worth 50 points, right? So we have weekly challenges, and you should submit your exercise and assignment. And we have some people who mark the assignment, and we'll go through your answers. And we have, as I said before, we have 2 different categories. So if, for example, you're a new programmer and you have never done coding before, you should submit your exercises, your answers to the assignment, to the busters. And for those who are a little bit more experienced, you should send your answers to Python level. And these are the forms for bug busters and Python level. So this is just about weekly challenge, right? This is a little bit different than before. I myself didn't participate in the last year, so I'm not sure how different it is. And I think that you guys didn't participate last year as well, so I think that you don't know. So I'm going to just skip this part. But if you have any particular question about this, feel free to ask Pooja. I think that maybe she knows better about this thing. So this is about the badges that can help you to increase your points. So we have different badges. So based on your participation and how you participate in sessions and how you answer the questions, we'll get different badges. So for example, we have this coding specialist, and it's 400 Ignite points, right? And this is a good way to show that you have a badge. And I'm not sure if you can share it on the social media. So I don't know, Pooja, do you know if it is possible to share those on the social media?
Right now, they're more of on our back end. So you'll see the little images on the spreadsheet. But you can always take a picture and share it if you would like.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great then. And this is just the Discord. I'm not sure if you already see the channel. If not, Pooja, would you please just copy the link in the chat so those who haven't tried it, so they can just click on it and just go through it. Great, thank you. Perfect. So just feel free just to check it out. So we have different parts in that channel. Feel free to check them out, and you can ask your questions. We have a particular group for Thursday for Thursday sessions. So you can just go there and ask your questions. And if you have any particular questions, and the mentors are going to answer them. So this is just a simple way like to see how you set up the private groups. Pooja, just quick question, because I did it myself because I'm a mentor and lecture lead, but I was wondering if the participants and the students should do the same as well. Could you clarify this?
Yes, so if you're on our Discord, you'll see a channel, the bot commands channel specifically for this. So you can type in this command and you'll be put into a private channel with the other students in your group and your mentor to ask any questions outside of class time. So please do use this command to send it.
Okay, great then. So probably by now, your mentors should already like written this command. So probably they already created such groups. So if you write this command, you will probably automatically will be assigned to that particular group. So at the end, we'll have also an session of gala, which is just to celebrate like a completion of the Shootishooting Ignite. As I said, this is not just the whole story of the programming. This is just the beginning. So after that, you should just go ahead and just try things on your own. This gala itself is a good opportunity just so you can just show like your fun project. And we have some people from industry, right? So they can come, you can talk to them. I know that it might be too soon for you guys to talk to them because usually like it's like a maybe networking thing for people who want to find a job, but it is good to talk about them and get some sort of insight, right, from people who work in the industry. So it can help you to make better decision about the major you want to choose to follow in the university. So now let's just use Python, which is the programming language that we want to use, and see how it works. So we're going to use different tools. So I start with the Zoom, which is just we are doing right now, right? We have like lectures on Zoom, so it's pretty straightforward. The programming language that we're going to use is Python, and because of like the artificial intelligence and all the buzzwords that probably you've heard by now, the Python is like becoming really popular, and it has been used a lot recently. So, and it is like really easy to use. So the words, the syntaxes are like easy to understand. Right? So there's nothing like weird about it. I mean that as we go through the program, we'll see that the way that you read the line, it's really user-friendly, and you can easily understand the concept behind that particular name in the Python programming. And we'll also use, for example, this platform, ignite.arenai.com. So this is just a particular platform that we use in this program. You may have used, like I'm talking about like those who already have experience in coding, you may use sort of other IDE, but this is just a simple platform that can help us just to go through like coding and see the result as we do the coding, right? Because sometimes you may do the coding and may not see the result until like you do some sort of like process like running the code and then see the result. But the good thing about this platform is that you can see the result as you go. So you code, then you run it, and you see the result just there. And we use like the Spark, which is a particular library or package that we'll use for this Python. So you can start Python as a programming language that has different libraries, different packages, right? So for example, you can use a particular package for a particular task, right? For example, if you want like to draw nice things or have a really pretty visualization or nice figures, you may use a package called Matplotlib. So you don't need to understand it's just the name of the package that you will use in your programming. But here we are just using Spark, which is written by some people. right? So it is some sort of like a package for you, and it is easy to use. So you will use it to write some other programs. So let's click on this one. And then at the same time, perfect. So let's see if I can do this and do it side by side. So can you guys see both of my windows? Okay, great. Okay. So this is, I'm going just to switch them so maybe it's easier for me. Let's see if I can do that. Perfect. Let's see if I can. This is a little bit small. I'm not sure if I can. There's no way I can zoom it, right? Okay. That is okay. I'm going just to share it again. Okay. So I'm not sure if you guys can do it side by side at the same time. If you can, just feel free to do so. You can just do it side by side, and then as we go through the steps, you can just do it yourself, or you can just take a look and then do it later on your own. So first of all, we want just to go through this link, right? And we want just to create a notebook. So a notebook is basically a space that you can write your coding, right? So I'm going just to show it here, if I can exit from this mode and show it here. Perfect. So this is just basically a cell, right? So probably a simple code is like print, hey, print, hey, right? It says hey, right? So this is just what I said. So if you write a program and you click this button, which says run the selected cells, and you will see the result. So the good thing about the Python again is that it is really user-friendly. So you read the word print, and that makes sense, and it prints, right? Print is usually like a common function in most programming languages, but you will see that in other like variables and other functions, Python is really good, and they chose the name really wisely, and it can help us to remember things and to use them easily later. So let's get back to our slideshow. Perfect. So we already opened this link. You can, I opened this link and I use my Gmail account to go through it. So if you have a Gmail, you can just select your Gmail account, just go to this window and then choose a new notebook and then write a software. But we are going just to talk about how to use it. So there are different parts. So the file is basically the part that you can open a previously written program or save the a program that you just wrote, or open a new notebook, right? And the cell is where you should write your program. So as you write a program, you hit the button run, and it's not like if you write your your program here in this first line and write another line here, it's completely it's going to miss the previous information. So what's happening here is that as you write the code and see the results, and if you start writing the code in a new cell, the program itself knows what information is already provided, right? And what lines of code are already written in the previous cells. So it's good. So you don't need to worry about that. So you just need to run your code step by step, and then you can see the result. Even if, for example, let's say you are not sure about the line of code, you can just say, hey, I'm not sure if 2 + 2 works. Okay, that's okay. I just run 2 + 2 in a new cell and see if it works. Hey, it works. Okay, so I'm going just to clean it. By the way, if you clean it, that doesn't mean that it is erased from the memory, because the 2 + 2 is equal 4. It is not stored in a variable, but if you store it in a particular variable, and I will talk about that later, it will be used, it will be is stored in the memory of the program. So this is just basic intro. We'll cover all of these things in depth later, okay? So now this is like where we want like to start our coding practice. So we usually want to import a Spark and then try to write the coding in that environment or after importing a Spark. So I'm going just to copy this, and that's it, right? And then I'm going to put it here. So I'm going just to erase this line, and then let's say, just make sure just to erase this one because that's the space here on the left. It shows as arrow here. Perfect. That's it. I'm going to go back here. So you already here, you already import the package Spark, right? And then you run the command this line, %reload x Spark. And now we can start our coding, but first we would like to use this command. So it's %ignite that brings us to the Ignite program environment. So we've used that Ignite, right? And then we start with print A again, or hello world, or whatever you like. Okay. And the reason is that you see like drawing because like we basically want to practice on like our practice are around drawing things. So the package Spark that is written and used for this program, for the Ignite program, is based on drawing things. And that doesn't mean that you have like to draw something on your own. The drawings somehow provided for you. You just need to understand how to play with it. So how to change its parameter, how to some sort of change it in a way you want to, for example, answer a particular assignment. Going to get back here, and you can do it on your own. You will see that this is just a simple like line of code, and you will see like a space for drawing, and then it says like print hello world, for example. So first of all, I'm not sure if any of you guys like try to do this in parallel with this session, but if you have some sort of problem, you can just go to the breakout room and see if anyone has any problem or not. So let's see what it says. Let's stuck on respond pending. Okay, so I think that your mentor should be able to help you if you go to the breakout room. So Pooja, would you please let me know if this is the moment that we should just ask the students to go to the breakout room to chat with their mentors?
I think you can maybe go do the next few slides and then they can go to their rooms to troubleshoot and then also introduce themselves.
Okay, because I can see like a lot of people in the chat say that they have some problem. So you guys can wait a little bit, so don't worry. You are in the few slides, you can go to the breakout room and chat with your mentors, and they can definitely help you with that. So, okay. So we are going just to send you guys shortly to the breakout room where you can talk to your mentors, you can get to know each other, you can ask about your questions, you can ask them to help you open that notebook and run like the codes, just these initial steps, because it is required for the upcoming sessions. And just feel free to ask any questions. Okay, so you can also ask about like the name, like the hobbies, anything that you want, like about like what brings you to this program. and just make sure that you get to know each other. And as I said before, don't think of it just as about programming, right? So if you have any other questions about like the particular thing about the programming, you can ask your mentor, or if you have like any question about like your major, you can ask your mentor. If they don't know, for example, something about like your major, like you want to follow later, or have like the information that you want to know, then they can definitely help you like to find like the good resources. Okay. You can also like do like different games, like trivia, Among Us. This is just some sort of idea, but just feel free to do whatever sounds fun to you. So before we go to the breakout room, right, and probably finish the session, I want to make sure that you guys can join the Discord. If you cannot join the Discord, or you have some sort of problem, please let us know, because this is just a portal that you need to use to ask questions when you are not in the session. Because if you are in the session, you can ask us or ask mentors. But if you are, for example, practicing for your assignment and you have some questions, then you need Discord to chat with us. And make sure that you have an account on the Ignite link for the programming. So if you have this problem or you cannot open it, because I realize that some of you guys still have problem, just ask your mentors. And Pooja, do you think we should go to the breakout room? Because I think this is going to end now, and the students are going to like continue again for the next session, like the first session actually, in the upcoming Thursday. So just feel free just to switch like to Zoom and help them like to connect to their mentors.
Yeah, I'll open the breakout rooms. We'll end them around 2:25 or so, and then we'll bring you guys back. Okay. Just for some last reminders or so. All right, I'll open.